Conservative loudmouth Bill O'Reilly shouted down more than his share of guests on his political talk show, The O'Reilly Factor.
You're about to enter a no-spin zone.
So imagine the shock when the powerhouse pundit was embroiled in a sex harassment scandal with a coworker in the fall of 2004.
According to this producer, Andrea Mackris, Bill O'Reilly called her repeatedly, engaged in phone sex, and requested that she engage in phone sex herself.
So Mackris slapped O'Reilly with a $60 million phone bill.
Earlier today, we filed a lawsuit on behalf of our client against her boss, Bill O'Reilly, for sexual harassment.
He said, whoa, that's crazy. I never did any of that stuff. But you don't have it on tape, right?
Well, yes, she reportedly did. The court documents were filled with excerpts from Bill's dirty talk.
Mr. O'Reilly said to the plaintiff, and just use your vibrator to blow off steam. What? You've got a vibrator, don't you?
I'm turning red. Who could this be?
So much for the no-spin zone. Bill filed an extortion suit, and the two hit the circuit with their versions of the story.
Ready or not?
We would not have filed an extortion lawsuit unless we were confident we would win it.
I had said no to him, and 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 no to him about his saucy language.
Here comes the...
I gotta say, this is the worst day of my life.
But the worst of the whole ordeal? The transcripts of the alleged phone sex soliloquies made the rounds on the internet and became America's favorite new amateur porn.
I want to take a shower with you right away. That would be the first thing I'd do. Yeah.
And I would take that little loofah thing, kind of soap up your back. Yeah! Rub it all over you.
I would start to massage your and you have a really spectacular
Getting your nipples really hard. Oh, can you hold on? I got another call. Hello? Oh, hey, Mom. So anyway.
I would take the other hand with the falafel thing and I'd put it in your...
Wait, he has a falafel in the shower?
You dirty falafel-eating, loofah-scrubbing dirty girl. Hello? Hello?
Body Bill did his best to stamp out the embarrassing episode quickly and quietly, settling with Mackris for an undisclosed pile of cash.
He actually brilliantly handled it and had the right PR people doing the right thing, and he paid money to make it go away.
Bill did his damage control, but he may never live down the fact that while the scandal was in high gear, he was hawking a new political book for kids.
And the real humdinger is that not only did this guy write a book for children, but there's a chapter in it about sex. I mean, that is totally sweet.
Exactly what are you preaching to our children?
And now, a reading from the O'Reilly Factor for Kids. Chapter 5, Sex.
Many of you draw your values about sex from the OC, Sex and the City, or worse.
Whatever you do in your sexual lives, don't give the details to friends.
And guys, if you exploit a girl, it will come back to get you. That's called karma. Next week's word will be hypocrisy.
But Bill, like cockroaches and Cher, is bound to survive.
O'Reilly, you'll totally get past it.
This brutal ordeal is now officially over, and I will never speak of it again. Set off a debate about sexual harassment, which is a problem the world over, no question. It happens all the time where powerful men see a good-looking stranger and they try to make a move.
Factor producer Andrea Mackris caught up with her here at Madison Square Garden.
Hi, I'm Andrea. I'm with Fox News. How are you? How are you, Andrea? Good. It's a privilege to meet you. I just want to ask you a quick question.
Boy, are they randy out there at Indiana University. Last year, they had a porn sex scandal on campus. This year, another X-rated situation involving a freshman girl. The most controversial story of the evening, 4 17-year-olds sneak into a bar, participate in a wet T-shirt contest, are photographed, and now they're suing everybody. And a professor of social work says women bear some responsibility for sexual harassment. Wow! You know, old guys like me go to bed early, so we often miss some good action. Last night on the David Letterman program, whacked-out singer Courtney Love took off her shirt, took her clothes off in a bar, rubbed her thigh while mentoring her. It is on the minds of kids. Oral sex is. Are you ready? Oral sex. Oral sex parties, anal sex, teaching or encouraging oral sex. I thought it was sex with a toothbrush.
35 years ago, the biggest discipline problem in schools was kids chewing gum on the bus, right? And now it's certainly something else in their mouths on the bus.
What I always say to kids, don't take steroids because it shrinks your nads. That gets through to kids, that level.
You know a lot about that subject, and I am very pleased that you're so candid in that area. Isn't that where they show porn movies, Spike TV? Is it?
I don't know, but I've converted worse.
And straight men are tuning in.
Now, that's not unexpected, by the way.
That is not unexpected.
No, I mean, it is something in the straight man gene that's curious about lesbianism. Do you have a roommate, by the way?
No.
So it's just you, the camera, and the computer. I was invited on a gay cruise last week.
You can go if you want to.
If I become a lesbian, I could go, or...
No, actually, you can go if you want to. I'm not sure that
I could go if I wanted.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'd see it as a challenge. You know, I'll go on the lesbian cruise. And I never had any sex conversations with my parents. I mean, I had one with my father that lasted about 2 minutes. If I'm a bisexual, and believe me, I would not have the energy, all right? I want to go in and I want to marry a guy and a babe. Would you say that O'Reilly, as a bisexual, all right, again, hypothetical, please.
But bisexuals are not looking to have threesome relationships.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'm quite happy with that arrangement.
The majority of bisexuals are not interested in marrying the McGuire twins. They want to marry one person.
Well, they wouldn't be bisexual with the twins. They would be triads, what they call triads.
Yeah, okay.
I know all these expressions.
Yeah, you know more about that than I do.
If anybody can get married, then I want the McGuire twins and I to have a nice honeymoon in Provincetown. Would you be against me marrying the McGuire twins? Would you? Yes or no?
I don't think I'd want to fight you on that.
All right. Do you have the names and addresses of these?
I do not. I do not.
Check this out.
I bet if you talked just right, you could get some women to call you, though.
Yes, no. So your commander in the foxhole was hitting on you. Was there sex in the foxhole? You can tell us. We won't tell anybody, Miss Bio. You go ahead. Men, and I know men real well, being a manly man, are barbarians. They're just barbarians, okay? They see a good-looking woman. They're not respecting their intellect. I guess you go out on dates with guys, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know, it's L.A. Yeah. Come on.
Okay.
You could be going out with a duck. You know how they are out there. Did she have a boob job on her?
Haven't a clue.
You had your breasts enlarged?
I've surgically enhanced to pump up the volume.
How long have you had that? A long time?
Probably about 8 years.
About 8.
Oh, so look at you talking about my breast implants on the Bill O'Reilly
But you did that
show.
fairly. I'm thinking about going back to school and coming out there to Bloomington. You got the porn movies. You got you naked running around. I mean, what's going on?
Yeah, I guess so. I think it has a lot to do with academics, but I mean, there's a lot of other things that go along with college than school. And
I'll say.
I mean, I guess it's just, yeah.
If you do come up with the stats about who these women are, we certainly would like to research it.
It's like a new man.
And now you're having sex all over the place.
We are.
Okay.
And the kids are grown, and the kitchen table is great.
Next, we will wrap things up with the most ridiculous item of the day: oral sex. Marge Ebert, Irvine, California. Mr. O'Reilly, you lack good manners and you are rude. I am also sure you have some kind of sexual hang-up. Well, most Irish guys do, Marge. Come on, take pity on us. Paula Evans, Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Bill, if you are so concerned about public figures being bad role models for children, please stop rudely interrupting your guests and telling them to shut up. Well, the shut up line has happened only once in 6 years, Miss Evans.
Well, you know, I think that asking a student to stay in the closet in order to go to school is a lot like asking an African-American student.
Want to know what I was doing?
Shut up.
Please don't tell me to shut up.
As respect. Why did you have to tell him you were an atheist if you didn't have any trouble reading the oath? Why didn't you just shut up? What Jimmy Carter should do is privately give Mr. Bush's opinion and shut up publicly. That would be best for the country. And it is our duty as loyal Americans to shut up once the fighting begins. Once the war against Saddam begins, we expect every American to support our military, and if they can't do that,
to shut up.
All he's got in 6.5 years is that I misspoke, that I labeled a Polk Award a Peabody. He writes it in his book. He tries to make me out to be a liar.
No, that's
shut up.
No,
you had your
up.
35 minutes. Shut up.
Mama.